Use the gallbladder attack prevention protocol to reverse your symptoms to get out of the flare. What we need to do is then build your own mini protocol for when you are in stressful situations in the future to preemptively stop any of the symptoms from coming back. This is because, and as I go to town into depth in the guide, bile and stress are not friends. Stress causes thick bile. Stress causes your bile to slow down. Stress causes your liver to work overtime. Your liver is where you produce bile. The more stressed you are, the thicker your bile is, and this increases the likelihood of a gallbladder attack. That is why we need to take preemptive steps during stressful periods to reduce your bile slowing down, to keep the thin, free-flowing bile circulating around your system. In the gallbladder attack prevention protocol, I go through 15 steps and encourage you to print off the checklist so you remember. These are steps that I personally still refer back to when I'm in a period of stress. 15 individual steps to preemptively stop your bile from thickening and you getting back into a flare, stopping the congestion from forming here, stopping the pain underneath your right breast and the referral pain at the back, stopping the pale stools, stopping the constipation, stopping the diarrhea, all of those things. There's 15 things that I personally use and I'm sharing in the gallbladder attack prevention protocol. I am going to gift 3 of these tools to you ladies. The remaining 12 will be in the gallbladder attack prevention protocol, but I'm going to gift 3 of them to you now. First one of the things that I've never seen anybody talk about, apart from myself through my lived experience, is being conscious of your rib cage. This is not only with regards to breathing, but it is also with regards to tight undergarments, tight bra straps, tight. I used to live in a gilet that was really tight. What this did meant that I wasn't breathing properly, that my diaphragm wasn't moving properly, that my lungs weren't inflating properly, that I was forcing myself to take short, shallow breaths. And you know what that does to your body? It puts you in a low-grade state of stress without you even realizing, just from your tight, restricting undergarments or overgarments. You have to think about your clothes as number one, tight-fitting clothes, but also your breathing. It's so normal for so many of us to hold our breath when we are stressed. Hi. I have to actively stop myself and go away and take 5 minutes to focus on my breathing, because otherwise, when I'm busy, when I'm stressed, as I'm sure you ladies are a lot of the time, I, like you no doubt, hold my breath. How many of you are holding your breath as you're watching this right now? What do you think this does to the body? That is the most stressful thing for your body to be doing, holding your breath. What I encourage you to do in the guide is not only look at your tight restricting clothes, but really focus on your breathing. And I know it sounds really fucking obvious, but until someone points it out to you and plants a seed, you will continue holding your breath. I encourage you through a number of practices to go and take deep belly breathings, reset throughout the day. And even while you're watching this now, ladies, stop holding your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and keep doing that as you're watching me share the tips. The first one is your breathing. I often wear a hairband or an elastic band on my wrist to remind myself to breathe, to make sure that I am breathing and not accidentally putting my body in a higher stress state, therefore thickening bile, slowing everything down. Think water like bile. It's not quite like that, but think water like bile, or maple syrup like bile, like viscous, running, thin, free-flowing bile. That is what you want, versus thick, treacle bile, which is what happens to your bile when you get stressed. The second point of 15 is taking 5 minutes, linked to the first one, but to bring yourself back down and calm before you are eating. If you are eating in a state of stress, not only is your body not realizing that you're eating and you're not digesting all the nutrients in the way that you would if you were more regulated and breathing properly and calm, but you want to give yourself a second to start thinking about the food that you're eating, to get those digestive juices going, and that is why we take bitters as well. But you want to calm yourself down, and there's a number of videos that I've linked in the gallbladder attack prevention protocol, just on free ones on YouTube for you to watch, just to bring yourself down 5 minutes before eating. You're not, or eating on the go. No. If we're looking to thin bile and reverse gallbladder problems, we are needing to eat in a calm, regulated manner. Of course, real life happens, but when you're in a lot of pain, you have to prioritize your gallbladder healing, your bile healing, otherwise things get worse. Number 2, taking a 5-minute break before your meals to deep breathe, to ground, to regulate, to bring yourself in, to get the digestive fluids going, ready for your food. That is number 2. Number 3, and as I said, there's 15, I could talk about these all day. Number 3, let's talk about castor oil packs. I've seen quite a few people share castor oil packs over their liver recently on Instagram, and they're not where the liver is. Let me show you where the liver is. I will pop a graphic here now. That is where the liver is. That is where we work up to wearing a castor oil pack overnight on the liver, over the liver. The ones that I recommend are 100% organic cotton. They are huge. They will easily fit around your liver. Your liver also wraps around, you can't see, but your liver also wraps around the back. When we are putting a castor oil pack on, we are putting it over the liver and then round the back. When I was reversing my gallbladder issues, my bile issues, I was wearing a preemptive castor oil pack during times of stress. I would have one here because that's where my congestion was. I used to have it really tender there. It's not tender now. I used to wear a castor oil pack there, just literally take an insert, put a load of castor oil on, get some contacts and really make sure it's adhering, put it there. And then I would also wear one under my right breast. And this isn't forever, ladies. This is just until you have thin, free flowing bile once again. It's literally taking preemptive steps during the stressful periods that you're under. And if you're constantly in stress, therefore you'll constantly want to do these 15 things all the time. The brand I recommend is Enhanced Health, and I love Enhanced Health castor oil. I love Fusi, never know how to say that, castor oil, and I love Castorvida castor oil. If you apply COP, my castor oil recommendations will share. These are just 3 of the 15 steps that I encourage you to take when you are under stress to help prevent yourself getting back into a place where you have symptoms. And if you abide by them and if you do all the things that I share, over time your bile will thin because of the tools I use, and that you will no longer have the thick, viscous, heavy treacle-like bile that is what causes the gallbladder sludge in the first place. And the gallbladder sludge over time sits in the gallbladder. It's unable to be ejected in the same way that it would be because it's too thick. Imagine again water versus treacle. Therefore it sits and it pools and it becomes gallbladder sludge in the bottom of your gallbladder, which in turn over time rolls into plastic-like balls, which are the gallstones. These can block bile ducts and they can stop the bile that's there from getting out, and that is when you can have a gallbladder attack. I do not wish that on anyone. If you want to get your hands on all 15 of these hints and tricks to help your bile stay free flowing during times of stress, just reply GAPP and a link to the Gallbladder Attack Prevention Protocol will send. Much love.